Okay, welcome everybody. So this month is a new month, and we're actually coming up closer to the full moon is supposed to come this weekend. And I'm already feeling that energy from that too. So I don't know about anybody else, but I start retaining water and I start getting dizzy and I start getting kind of like, I can just feel it. You know what I mean? It's like the closer that comes, it's like, ugh, I can just feel all of that happening. So um, be mindful of all of the energy. I'm mindful of the fact that like we are kind of weird little puppets on strings to these planets sometimes. So we just have to kind of just be aware of that and whatever that means for us. So be patient. Be patient with ourselves. Be patient with the people in our lives. This is also new month. We have this kind of dual theme going on, which is this Shakti energy because of the feminine, and then also rhythm, because there's like this rhythm in our life that we kind of move through and we kind of experience. So with our meditations over the next, few weeks, we'll be trying to dial in more to the rhythm within ourselves because it's nice. I think that when we are connected to that, it starts with us, right? So if we can like dial in on the inside with ourselves and start to notice that, then it makes it so that when we're in environments like this, we can start to feel the rhythm with each other a little bit. And then we can kind of take that rhythm with each other and then we can take it out into the world, out beyond us. Why are you smiling? Okay. You'll have to share with me later. Okay. Um, so a couple little things on that dialing in. So for tonight's meditation, for this first meditation for this month with this theme that I'm talking about and how we'll kind of be building on it every week. There is this process of being very still with ourselves. So who in here, let's do it this way, who in here has absolutely never meditated? Okay, one. Okay, you'll be fine. Do you want blocks for underneath your feet? Are you sure? Okay, all right. Sometimes I like to just like, because that's me. I have little legs, so sometimes I feel like I need that. Um, so when I go inside, when I mean inside, I mean inside. When I go inside, sometimes I start to notice that there's almost like static inside of my thoughts, inside of my body, inside of my mind, and it feels like these like tink 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 tink. The quieter I try to get, right, and I can feel it like kind of hitting me on the inside of my mind. So for tonight, we're going to start to try to work on those little like things that show up, and in a place of guided stillness. So for just even though everybody in here has meditated, we're just going to kind of touch on this really quick. So we are thinking beings. These things don't shut off. They just don't, okay? So the goal with meditation is not to shut your thoughts off. It's to direct your thoughts and then to find stillness in your thought, okay? So notice how I went from like thought, all right? And then there's a stillness in that. So it's a singular thing. So we're trying to create this discipline. So for tonight, with this awareness, we're going to be in the space where we're really trying to allow ourselves to feel whatever's inside of us, whatever's coming up for us. So tonight, we're not going to shoo away thoughts. We're also not going to play with them like a cat with a ball and a string, okay? But we're going to be aware. Tonight's all about like aware. Okay, I'm being aware of what this is. So when these thoughts come in, then it's like, oh, that's really interesting. And you can even just, we've done this before. You guys know the observer one. We're not doing that right now. Okay, that's a more detailed thing. This one is more like, oh, something's there, and I can feel it, or I can sense it, or I'm thinking about it, and it's just like, oh, hello. Okay, and then it's just an awareness. So it's just like, oh, hello. And then I would encourage you to be aware of what rhythm you feel in your body. Okay, so what vibrational frequency you feel in your body. That's it. Okay, don't go crazy on it. We're not going crazy on this. This is all very individualized. So everybody's going to feel something different. Maybe you feel like, oh, I was able to just drop in and like I didn't feel anything and it was cool. And I just was like, you know, whatever. Okay, super cool. That's great. You are like laughing at me tonight all night.
I'm picturing that for you.
I know, right? Yeah. Exactly.
There's commentary always.
You get an A in the class if that happens. No. But then if there was like a battle in there, don't get frustrated about the battle. It's just like, oh, that's really interesting. I felt that, like I feel that battle. And then just be like, what does that feel like for me? Just what's that feel like for me? We're focusing on the rhythm inside of the body. We're focusing on the rhythm inside of the body. Has everybody kind of got it? Mm-hmm. And I'll guide you guys through it. Okay, so Quentin, I am so warm tonight, and it could be because of we put plants around me, and the plants are giving me all kinds of love. The air conditioning, is it turned down as cold as it can go? I mean, whatever that means. Yeah. So it could just be my hot flashes, but is anybody else hot? No? Okay, sorry.
Does anyone else need to grab a blanket?
If you need a blanket because Melissa's sweaty, then okay. Okay, so just go ahead and shut the back ones off, and then we'll leave the front just a little bit softer. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, in whatever position feels comfortable to you. Again, just in way of reference, the goal here is to get your head over your heart and your heart over your pelvis. Now, if you are not comfortable being in a seated position, if it would be more comfortable for you to lie down, I invite that, that's fine. But I do want this elongation of your spine so that we're having this, you know, it's that sushumna, that like central channel. It's straight. And so then put your feet on the floor and your knees to the ceiling and your hands on your belly. That will prevent you from falling asleep. If your eyes are not closed, allow them to close gently. If you feel like you slammed them shut, then open them and then let them reclose soft. It's nice even if there's just barely a little bit of light coming in, but not mandatory. Check in with your jaw. See what's going on with that. Make sure it's loose. Tongue is loose. So the first thing we're going to do is everybody's going to take a nice deep breath in. Hold it at the top for a second, and then let it go. So that's step one. Feel what you feel in your body. Let's do that again. Inhale deeply. Hold it at the top, and let it go. Feel if there's anything different from the first time and the second time. And then one more time. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And let it go. So as you're sitting here now, allowing yourself to be in this seated position or lying down. You can have your hands face down, you can have your palms face up, you can have your hands in your lap, whatever feels right to you. There's the idea that we are the sky, and the sky is always there. The sky is blank, blue and beautiful, and clouds come in and clouds go by, birds fly by, leaves go by, clouds go in front of the sun, then they leave. But no matter what, the sky is always the same. So our vibration is like the clouds. So as we settle here for the next little while, tonight is simply a night of noticing what those clouds are creating for you for a vibration in your body. That's all. Nothing else. And removing judgment. It's just a notice. And again, if the mind stays quiet and still, like a beautiful blue sky, that's lovely too. And notice what that vibration does for you. Let's all take one more deep breath in. And let it go. It might be nice to pull your attention to your third eye. As if you could look at it with your eyes closed. And it's okay when there's sounds and activity around us. We just stay with our third eye. Start to notice if you can feel your heart beating or your blood pumping.
start to notice if you can feel the expansion of your diaphragm and your ribs in conjunction with your heartbeat. The breathing and the heartbeat being one continuous symbiotic relationship. Can you keep your attention at your third eye while you are bringing awareness to your heartbeat and the expansion of your breath? And again, if other thoughts come in, it's so okay. Just notice the difference in your head or in your heart or in your body. Just redirect again to your third eye and your breath and your heartbeat. If there's parts of your body that are getting uncomfortable, it's okay too. Just notice it. Care for it if you need to. So now just taking a really good inventory of what's going on inside. How does your forehead, the inside of your forehead feel? Behind your eyes, how does that feel? How does your throat feel? How does your chest feel? Pelvis, your arms, your hands, legs. Just being aware of what the exact vibration of each of those parts. Is there a difference from one area to another? Do you feel different than you did when you first started? And everything is correct. So I'll take another nice deep breath in. Hold it up there for a second. And let it go. One last check-in with everything in your body. And then you can start to invite a little bit of organic movement, but please refrain from letting your eyes open up right away.
Okay. So what did you guys notice? Who wants to share what they noticed? From like, if you can give me like in the beginning and then to the end, if you're willing to. Anybody? Tamara? Thank you, honey.
I noticed that right off the bat, I was noticing some places I felt uncomfortable, and so I wiggled and tried to just let that go, and then I felt a tightness on my shoulder, and so I just thought about it, and then it just went away, and then I noticed I had tightness on this shoulder, so I went and looked at that, and then it went away, it was gone. So both of those stayed gone the whole time, which was nice. But I did have lots of thoughts coming in, and then you'd talk about the third eye, and oh yeah, third eye. Oh yeah, breathing. It was tough. I would definitely get whisked away and try and redirect it. I would just start a whole story. When the people walked by, I was like, yeah, let them go. And next thing you know, I'm following them down the road. They're doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, come back.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So vibrationally, how do you feel from then to now?
Oh yeah, I do feel good. Like
Good.
different. Yes, thank you
Okay.
for pointing that out. I
Yeah.
was noticing like that I did feel very much like this rhythm of heartbeat, and
Mhm.
that I get
I
into
was
the,
rocking.
yeah, that was pretty
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
But now I do feel a lot lighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, I felt at one point so so high energy. I felt like a rattlesnake tail, and I like literally shook and like stood up. Like I felt, because I was really trying to see what I felt, and I literally felt like a sidewinder in my like body part of like, yeah, just like this part of my body. And I felt like it was a lot easier to go so deeply into it, because you said like this time we were like, you know, more allowing thoughts, and I'm like constantly trying to like black thoughts out, but it just something clicked. Like we're not supposed to be blacking thoughts out. We're just supposed to like not be concentrating on them so hard.
Yes. Yes.
So that was awesome. This is probably my best time yet.
Oh, good. Oh,
Yeah.
that makes me so happy. I love that.
Thank you.
Angelina?
I felt like, well, I think physically I've been uncomfy in my body.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
gonna
that
get
was
that.
like an interesting experience for me. I feel like the mental side of like catching those thoughts, recognizing them, and kind of just like letting them go was a little bit easier. I was having a harder time with my body. I also have allergies today, and I was sitting on the yoga blocks, so like my leg went numb. So I think I was just having a hard time like staying in tune with myself. But I felt like I was just trying to allow that to happen, and then you like mentioned like if you feel discomfort, like allowing yourself to address that if you need to, and so like that made me feel like okay, like I can move.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And so I think like at the very least, like just being able to acknowledge and like allow myself to not have the best meditation today
Yeah.
was fun.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Does anybody else want to share anything? Oh,
I
and then
felt
Jack.
like-
Yeah, go ahead. No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Like the Divine Mother of Kali just kind of blew me a kiss in the middle of it, because she was just pleased that I'm just trying to meditate. Like you say, there's no bad meditation, but I also feel like whenever I'm meditating with you folks here, it's like we're out in the world. I'm always in this vehicle that it's running and gunning, but then here, like when we first still the body, it's like parking it, and then when you help us still the mind, it's like turning the engine off. And then I finally, towards the end, I got to actually step out of it and just admire it, look at it, and know that I'm not that. I'm not that vehicle.
Cool.
So I'm really appreciative. Thank you.
Thank you. Vibrationally, how do you feel?
Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I loved all that. Thank you. Jack?
It felt like it was 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were in there for a long time.
3 minutes, so could we just get back into it?
I know, right? I know. Because it does. Did everybody have a pretty decent experience? Does the permission, like you were saying, does the permission
Yeah.
to like have a thought and the permission to allow nurturing to your body when it's uncomfortable, that feels so much better, doesn't it? That's actually what we're supposed to do every week, okay? So from now on, without me having to tell you, I want you to know that, okay? So, you know, when we get into meditation, I think sometimes we just assume that we're supposed to be in this super rigid position, and we're supposed to, you know, pull our diaphragm in and tuck the chin and pull in, and then our hands are in chin mudra, and we're like, and all of a sudden we're going to start levitating, and that would be amazing. But like, it's, you know, that's like years and years and years of discipline to do that. And so the goal isn't to be miserable and uncomfortable in your skin. The goal is to condition the body, and slowly over time, I'm going to an Ayurvedic practitioner right now, so this may be way more information than I should share, but she's like, you have to train your body to have like a bowel movement after you eat. So she has like this way of like, she tells you like you need to train the body after you eat to do that with like a certain massage or certain like technique. And so, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. Like I never thought of it like that before. And I have a nutrition background, and I'm like, I never thought of like this idea of like, oh, I should train my body to know what to do, because we're so disconnected from how the body's actually supposed to be functioning and the way that things are supposed to be doing, because we live in this world of everything so 24/7 that we just like can't break out of it. So like I have to like recondition my body to be able to do these really basic things. And meditation is that as well. It's like a reconditioning to it. And we're not going to be perfect. We're not going to be comfortable sitting in that position right away. And especially if we don't do it every single day. Do you know what I mean? So if we meditate here
and then maybe a couple more times at home during the week when we think about it. It's not, and there's no shame on that, but you're not going to be able to sit comfortably in your body. You know, I got up today after teaching Yoga Nidra. My foot was asleep, and I almost ate crap, man. I didn't know my foot was asleep, and I went thunk, and and so it just like my body, because I haven't been in a seated position. I've been doing lots of Yoga Nidras recently, but I haven't been in my seated position for my meditation. Well, my legs they get unused to having to sit cross-legged, and that will happen over just in a couple days. Really, it doesn't take much. It's just like exercise. So be kind to yourself. If you need to wiggle, it's okay to wiggle. The goal is to obviously not disturb anybody. It's the people that are like, it's like, okay, okay. So don't do that. You'll be fine. Okay, so in way of announcements, we have the Sobriety Circle this Thursday night, and that starts at 8:15 p.m. So anybody that has been or is currently in any type of a 12-step program, you are welcome to come to that. Caitlin is the facilitator for that, and it's a lovely group. So please come. Please spread the word on that. Then this Friday, we only have a few spots left for that really cool kind of, it's these people called Sacred Light with like 3 eyes in it. There's 3 spots left. 3 eyes, 3 spots. So if you want to go, you need to get it now, and otherwise they will be gone. And it's supposed to be really cool. They've got like a light thing going, and they play bowls. They do a different form of Reiki than we do. We are a Sui Reiki here. They're doing Holy Fire Reiki, so that's kind of a cool thing. So, and I'm not familiar enough with it to give any type of an opinion on it. So, but my stepmother went. Lower Lights had them last week, I think it was, and my stepmother Vicky, she went to it, and she was like, "Is, it was so amazing." When I say "is," I'm talking about myself. That's my family nickname. So she's like, "Is, it was amazing." She's like, "You guys are gonna love it." So, okay, 3 spots left, and it's like $50 a person, or if 2 people go together, it's $75. Is that what it is, Gwen?
You need to call us or come talk to me at the front desk.
Yep, to do the twofer.
Because Moments only allows 1 person to book it at a time.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And then Saturday is kids yoga. So if you have any kiddos that want to do yoga, sign up for that. And then we have Reiki Share at 2:30. So Reiki practitioners, come if you can. We would love you to be there. Okie dokie artichokes, I think that's it. Yeah, Quint, for this week? I don't need to make any other announcements. If I talk about too many things, it's too confusing.
May's actually got a lot of stuff going
There is. Grab a calendar. Please grab a calendar on the way out. I print those pretty calendars. It's my homeschool mommy that's inside of me. I make these really cool calendars, so get it and put it on your fridge, okay? Okay. All right. Good night, everybody. See you next week. And just leave your stuff there. We'll clean it up.